Down, 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 down. Down. Song's almost over, so it's gonna go to the next one in a minute. Actually, yeah, in about 12 seconds. Be a wacky transition. I don't know what this next song is. I'm not looking at it right now. But anyway, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Here it is. Oh, this one. Oh, shit. God, this one brings back memories that may or may not be that wholesome. Area 50. Vilmark. Ugh. God, I hated that fucking dungeon. Anyway. Glad it's not like that anymore. Bam, bam. Bam. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's get going, shall we? So, well, let me transition over before we do anything. Get rid of that. A good part of that song's coming up, but I'll save it for tomorrow's intro. Bring this up. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV stream. We're gonna pick up where we left off, kinda, sorta, because we're not actually continuing MSQ today. We're doing the Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV crossover event, which I've never done. It's appropriate though because it came out in 2015, same time as Heavensward. So we're on the correct expansion for this event. So let's get into it, shall we? What's cool is I did the Oh, I know. I was about to say I did the Final Fantasy XV crossover event many months ago when they brought that back. That was first released in 2019, even though FF15 came out in 2017, right before, right after patch 3.3 of this game, actually. But yeah, like you said, Crimson, both of them, they just, since their level requirements are not super high, they don't spoil anything for later expansions. They just go off whatever's happening in the story in 2.0, which explains why. I don't want to get into it because that's spoilery for that event, but yeah. But yeah, it was released in 2015, right after Heavensward, or right before it. Whenever it released in that year. But it's going to be my first time doing it, so it's a blind playthrough of this crossover event. Let's see how it goes, shall we? I know I did a few FF11 videos, but I said before, like, there wasn't a lot. There's just a few lore videos here and there on YouTube, but you really can't find, like, nobody recorded a playthrough of the actual story. It's just not... It's not really what people look for in a traditional MMO like that, so you just can't find YouTube videos like that. I couldn't find any, and I tried it for a while. That's why my FF11, stream was literally just one stream. I think it was like 1 or 2 parts, and that was it. Before I went to FF12. That was back in, late February, early March, maybe? Yeah. But damn, did FF12 pick up the slack, though. Holy shit. FF12 was 25 parts, I think. My god. So I had to do most of this, the endgame and what people might consider post-game content as well. Just to showcase all the important bits, like, you know, Omega, Mach 12, and Yasmat. Whatever other super boss there was, besides those two. Well, mostly it is Yasmat and Omega, Mach 12. Anyway. So I think the event starts in Limb. So check it out. Phew. This place, right? Remember, yeah. I looked it up, on the homepage, on the login screen. I looked it up when I clicked on the thing. I was like, I think it was the Drowning Wench. Yep, this is the place. A Journey to Remember. Remumo has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction. This quest is available for a limited time only. It's a level 30 quest, so you can do this while you're still playing The Realm Reborn. The Final Fantasy 15 quest, on the other hand, is level 50. You actually have to... And it requires you to actually complete the ultimate weapon. The Praetorian, basically. They went all out with that one. Shit. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment? I'm Remumo with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Peter Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. Was he the one that was involved in the Lightning Strikes Final Fantasy 13 crossover event quest? Because you could be making a reference to that. I'll have to go back and look at my old stream when I covered that event. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start. Glad to see all the crossover events have special splash screens for quest accepted like that. The FF13 had the, the FF13 font for that logo like that, and 15's has a similar thing too. Pretty fucking cool. Also, is this one just one quest that's just really long or something? Might be my shortest stream ever. We'll see in a minute. I don't think so, though. It's probably just a very long chain of events in a single quest. Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago, or so I was told. Look, over there. Could it be? What's up? Begging your pardons, please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we are close to Selbina? Or perhaps Mara? I fear I am hopelessly lost. Selbina? Mara? Sorry, dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Vilbrand, eastern Lenosha to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late? You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea from what I've heard. Yes, I hail from the far east, but... Vilbrand? Lenosha? I cannot recall such names. Though truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. Excuse me? Holy shit. These strange surroundings. By Biragot's beard! You mean you've lost your memory? Just like lightning. I remember. My name is... Iroha. I am training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I am still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... forgive me. It is hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect, Amatsu Kyori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission. Interesting you'd remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Recalling my mission by first recalling master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one. This is the scoop I've been looking for! A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission? What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know! But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. The reason I got confused with the 13 event because that one involved 3 reporters from all 3 states. So here, take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated. Thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I am sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mentioned that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would like very much to try my hand against them. And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates. From this direction, yeah. Well, actually there's only one way out of Limsa by land, so... I know I should zoom out for these things. Yeah. Let me check up here. No, it's down there. Oh! I see the quest objective. Rumumu finds no search is necessary as she is approached by the mysterious traveler shortly after your arrival. She seems to be lost and asks if places nowhere to be found in Eorzea. Rumumu suspects the situation is more complicated than expected and soon discovers the traveler has lost her memory. She introduces herself as Iroha and says the only thing she clearly remembers is training to perfect a technique she calls Amatsu Kyori. Rumumu supposes that by continuing her training she may recall other things related to her drills, and ultimately the purpose of learning this technique. To secure Iroha's success and hopefully her latest article, Rumumu asks you to help. To begin, Iroha suggests going south to practice against the wildlife along the beach, found along the beach. There it is. The speech is somehow familiar. Didn't even get to finish reading it. There's no time for talk. The crabs come! There's the FF11 music. Right, level 35. I'm reminded of a tale from long ago. Really? Of fledgling adventurers who would fight crabs like these to better themselves. Pray our training is as successful as theirs was. Now let's hope so, right? A robber crab? Honestly, it seems to be faster to just kill them one at a time. Jesus. Stay strong, Iroha. You're getting yourself killed over there. beginner training, Iroha would challenge the robber crabs of Costa del Sol. Fight by her side and see that she's not overwhelmed. Our favorite pastime. I think I get it. I mean, wasn't FF11 super grindy? So this Fate is kind of, making an allusion to that. All MMOs from back then were like that, though. Really grindy, I mean. Killing monsters endlessly. For hours on end to level up once. I believe that will suffice for now. Okay. Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I am grateful that you chose to accompany me. No problem. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. Also, does she use a spear / polearm? I just barely noticed. Seems to be her weapon of choice. Hey, Deathwing Duck. Hope you're having a good evening. Alright, so back to Limsa then. Where did I say to go? Jesus. It's off to my right somewhere. There we go. Okay. Alright. Training at the beach was invigorating. It had been too long since I enjoyed such sport, fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong, testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again. I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. Again, they're definitely making fun of how grindy FF11 probably was back in the day, and maybe still is. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Pepe laughed for me. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin. It may have some connection with Iroha's lost memories. Here, check this out. I played MapleStory back in those days, and I know it was modeled after, like, FF11 and other games like that, so... Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within it. Something familiar. Something dark. Oh, it's that guy. I only know him from the music video I have of the final boss music for all Final Fantasy games. I don't know his name quite well. And I don't know the lore behind him either, because again, you couldn't find anything on it. When I looked up YouTube videos for the story, there was nothing there. Nothing solid anyway. I would have had to spend weeks probably just rummaging through random-ass lore videos. That were, you know... It would have been weird. And there was hardly anything to find. A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows, long dead yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance. I remember! And yet, I am not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect the Matsukyori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. I remember, this reminds me, during, it's another fate. Participated in the fate The Way of the Samurai to assist with Iroha's training. So she's probably going to use a different weapon now, I'm guessing. Central Shroud, okay. When the Warriors of Darkness first appeared, in the main scenario quest, I mentioned people who played FF11 might find them familiar. Again, I've only seen them vaguely in a couple YouTube videos here and there, but I guess there was some kind of story arc involving very similar characters in that game. They looked almost exactly like the ones from the Realm Reborn trailer here, and, you know, the actual Warriors of Darkness that we met in-game. Looks like it just started. So just like FF13's crossover event, this one's very heavily based on fates, apparently. I'm glad FF15 had more to it than that. Iroha's surprised to find that the void sent near Hawk Manor are reminiscent of demons from an old story she knows well. Join her in battle and help her to defeat the fiends. So we go a little faster, we actually have backup this time. Another player here. A ninja! Oh right, you're damn... I forget Pink Stance comes off when you sink to something. God, it's so annoying. These demons, they call to mind another old story. To surpass his limits, a great samurai once fought such fiends. Perhaps by defeating these demons I can do the same. Sure. She's still using a spear though. So she doesn't change job classes or anything. Who knows if that was even a thing way back then. So it would seem we have driven them back. Alas, I could scarcely match your pace. This will not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly. Yeah, old school classic MMO grinding, am I right? Yeah, I almost got smacked in the face by the gates. Thank you for once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. Our stone shard. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin, may have some connection with Iroha's lost memories. Oh, you have found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that? A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, and we were not alone. No, I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills, the Sagoli Desert. If what I was told is true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together, I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest and hold on. Sounds good. Participate in the Fate Circuit Breaker to assist with your house training. Which is... Forgotten Springs, way out in the desert. Alright. And now we play the waiting game. It's the best lighting I can get. Alright, that'll keep sand out of your eyes. I do wonder how often they spawn. Because if it's anything like any normal fates, or even, you know, like the Hildebrand one we had to do a long time ago, it might be better to server hop rather than just sit here and wait. I'll do this. I'll wait 1 minute. Okay, I guess the spawn rate's pretty fast, or I was lucky. Well, and get it. Look! Over there! Could it be something you were looking for? Guess I gotta wait. Or maybe this is the one you were talking about. While investigating rumors of a sinister creature, Iroha finds herself face to face with Circuit, a fearsome beast of legend. Join forces with Iroha and see if the monstrosity lives up to its reputation. I know that theme. Those jagged pincers dripping with venom. It is Circuit, an infamous beast and slayer of countless men. Come, let us bring an end to its legend and see ours grow in its wake. It's hard to do if I can't target it, so... Oh, there we go. Finally. Over here, asshole. Great. Thank God we got some backup. It's a help though. There. Jesus. To think that we managed to defeat such a foe. Well, we did. Yet, I find that there is something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home. Well, it's a lot like FF13's event then. Just one fate after another. That explains why it's all done in one quest. They had a bigger budget for 15th event. But that's because, you know, that was in 2019. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary circuit. If not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Aura Stone Shard. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin. May have some connection with Iroha's lost memories. Just like the other ones. I forgot to put my sunglasses back on. Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle. Forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and memories held within this stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Vanadil. It is not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it is all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield Amatsu Kyori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well. But first, I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I have learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Amatsu Kyori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa Lominsa. Okay. Sure thing. Participate in the fate, the key to Amatsu Kyori, to help Iroha test her technique. And Bronze Lake it is. Haven't popped yet. Waiting. Commence the key to Amatsu Kyori? Sure. Oh shit, you make this one pop. Is that why it's glitched? With her memories restored, the time has come for Iroha to wield Amatsu Kyori in battle. Help her to defeat the Dread Dragon and its void-sent minion that she might harness the power within. On your guard! I sense a dark presence. There! And it is not alone. Shit. But I am not alone either. Damn right you're not. I will deal with the dragon. Pray attend to the eye. Okay, have it your way. Over here, asshole. I struck true, and yet it is unharmed? You can't damage it? Shit. No? I fear I am nearing my limit. Your health's pretty full. I think you're fine for now. No, I did not come this far to fail now. I will return to my world. You alright? The master. The power. It fills me. Yes. The power of Amatsu Kyori. Come, Leon. It begins. I guess I should stand over here. I will not fall. Alright, you tell him. Actually, I'll do this. The music changes, I like it. Doing this just so we can see what she's doing over there. Damn! At last, my training is complete. And it is all thanks to you. You were always there to keep me on the path. I would speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsa Laminsa. Sure thing? What the hell is going on over there? At last, the power of Amatsu Kyori is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadil. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled. But fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time, to escape to the past before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I am still forgetting something else important, something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, let me go and speak with Ramumu. If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. That's true. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have met you and helped you out. Oh shit. Looks like it's actually right here. Wait, where are they? Up one floor, right. Iroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If she hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about my about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time trying to save your world? Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None save for mine, that is. Fate intervened and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadil. That is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here, to be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful. You were close then? Master was like family to me and an exceptional warrior besides. I spent my entire life striving to become such a hero and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. I remember this. We saw that when we did FF11. The great myth, or whatever as they call it. It all began with a stone, this crystal that we see in front of us. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadil. Yep, that lines up with the lore we saw of FF11 back then. That's the story, alright. Those PS2 graphics. It was home to three great nations. The Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Vastok, and the Federation of Windurst. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they would turn to a single hero. My master. Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god or our destruction... or a spiteful god our destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. Really wish we could have found a good playlist of the story of this game. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vanadil's greatest hero will live on. Kate Sith was in it. I had no idea. It looks exactly like his 14 model. There's little wonder these stories were the first to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them. But no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment, when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master, and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people. Yeah, actually, it wasn't too surprising that that happened. I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream, and now it is time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home in Vanadil, once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. That was a similar conclusion and experience that Lightning had when she was here. And then she woke up at the end of the world in FF13 Part 3. She woke up at the end of the world to find out that she had to do God's bidding to save as many people as possible for the next world. It would seem I am not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? Don't look at us. We don't fucking know. If it is by her will, then so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again. Here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. Here on. There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world traveling back in time to save her people. Who's gonna believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Peter. But for her sake, I hope she finds her way home, wherever that may be. At least with Lightning, we did actually get to see her teleport away. She did disappear in front of our eyes. And then that Gridanian reporter had the greatest story of her career right there. I forget her name. I know she appears in Dissidia because she's like the most popular character of FF11. The little Tarutaro or whatever there in the corner. But I can't remember her name. I guess that's it. We got the clothing. Before I complete this though, I'll just skip the scene. What did you have to say before I did all that? I cannot shake the feeling I am once again forgetting something, but I suppose it will not matter when I return. Oh, how I long to once more fight at Master's side. Okay. Cool. Heaven 11. Nice. Well, that was interesting. Seasonal event replay. For a limited time, you can relive this event via the seasonal event replay feature, just like FF15's. I'm good. Thank you for helping with that story on Iroha. I only wish the information we obtained from it was worth the trouble. A time-traveling warrior from another world? Who would believe such a thing? There's no way I could proclaim it to be true, but it did make for a nice piece of fiction in the papers. Better luck next time, eh? Yeah. Again, the chick who interviewed Lightning had much better luck. As you know, since Lightning did disappear before our eyes, you kind of just proved that it was a true story, not fiction. Well, I guess that's it. I should put these in the glamour dresser, I suppose. Good. They don't cost glamour prisms to do that. See what it looks like. First. Try on. What is it? Save outfit? Oh, fucking... yeah, that's basically her outfit, basically. Cool. Hold on, why am I holding on to those? They're not already in the glamour dresser? They should be. Yeah, what do I have? Oh! Oh, right! It's a new game. Yeah. Now I know why I have those. I forget you get them during the quest, the ninja quest, which I did in New Game Plus mode, but since they're not technically quest rewards, they're little items you get as objectives as you go, that's why I have them. That explains it. So, the hands and the head, I gotta get rid of those. And then the legs and the feet. Everything except the armor piece, or the chest piece. Makes sense. Alright, let me get rid of them. There we go. Alright, cool. Well, I guess that's it then, folks. I think I'm gonna log out in, Ulda, because what we're doing next will start there, at least. Not take place there completely, but it will start there, so... Alright, so, yeah, short stream, but it was still about what I expected, about 1 hour, and we finished it in under that, so it's not bad. I'm glad I didn't run into whatever problem people have been having with that last one, that last fate. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm glad I didn't run into it. Smooth sailing, folks. Then off stream I'll probably redo the event on my other two characters before it's over, so I don't miss it. But, yeah. That's it for this short little stream. I guess that event was alright. Again, it just makes me lament even more that we never found some good, story and lore videos. Nice. Store and lore videos. A fucking semi-truck in the UK. Lore and story videos. For FF11, because I am curious about all the images we saw and everything she talked about. I wish we could learn more about that. I do genuinely want to know more of FF11's story, but again, as much as I poked around, all I could find was what we did see on stream already. Those are the best videos I could find. And most of that was just background stuff on the world itself, but nothing about what happened during the main story, unfortunately. It is what it is, but, yeah. So, yeah, that's all for this stream, and, there's something I want to say about the next stream, but I think I'll just leave it. Yeah, I'll talk about it then, actually. No, it's a little... I kind of wanted to save it as a surprise, but honestly, I've already talked about my roadmap before, so fuck it, I'll just say it now. My roadmap for this whole marathon. The next stream, the next thing we're gonna do, is, again, I'm following... The marathon goes by release order, right? For Final Fantasy games? Well, again, right after Heaven's Ward's true ending, as I like to call it, 3.3, between that and 3.4, Final Fantasy 15 was released, so since we finished Heaven's Ward, its true ending, we're going to FF15 next. Now, the reason I say it ahead of time instead of just waiting till next stream to be like, surprise, we're playing FF15 now, and then when we finish it coming back to this, is because there's a movie that may or may not still be on Netflix. You might be able to find it other ways. Called Final Fantasy XV Kingsglaive, and it works as a prequel slash prologue for the first chapter of Final Fantasy XV. Technically, it takes place at the same time as Chapter 1 for FF15, the beginning of it. But it's best viewed before you start playing the game, honestly. It puts everything into context and makes the story make more sense. Because I guess, call it faulty writing or just marketing, they really wanted to sell that movie, I guess. If you just start playing the game without watching that movie, you'll be pretty lost about what's happening. Unfortunately, I can't stream the movie because copyright laws and stuff. Sony Pictures had a hand in it, so it's not all just Square Enix's property, so I can't, for DMCA purposes, I cannot stream the movie. I'm just gonna go straight into the game. I'm just letting you all know, if y'all have a Netflix account and you want to watch it, go do that if it's still on Netflix. If not, you'll have to find some other way, but I've seen it. I may or may not rewatch it myself before starting to play the game, but that'll be off stream, obviously. So yeah, just letting y'all know ahead of time. Do that if you want the story for FF15 to make more sense. But regardless of whether you do or don't, relax, FF15 storyline is nowhere near as convoluted as 13's got. Remember, that was 3 games, though. Yeah, it doesn't get that crazy and weird. And hard to keep up with unless you're really paying attention and all that stuff, so yeah, that's my only big announcement, I guess, is next time is Final Fantasy 15, so... And again, I will be playing a New Game Plus mode, and I'm already at max level. I have a save file, so it's gonna be pretty easy compared to FF12. Well, FF12 only got difficult at the end, but even with New Game Plus, towards the end, they got a little grindy and difficult, but whatever. But yeah, this game, I find it to be much more straightforward and easier. The gameplay is more my style anyway. So yeah. It'll be a breeze. It'll be a fun time. It's like a road trip, that video game, and I fucking love road trips. So it'll be fun. So yeah, until then, I'll see y'all next time. So as always, I appreciate all the support here on YouTube and Twitch for all of you watching. I think thanks to everyone who came by to watch in person and keep me company. Crimson, Deathwing Duck, I see you. I appreciate you both. And to everyone watching in the future on YouTube and Twitch, thank you very much for all the support. And please take care of yourselves, as always. Stay safe out there. Look after each other. And until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'll see you all then. Peace. Phew.